Good morning, 4-1 Orange Group. Mr. Waterman here with today's language arts lesson in period 1 on Thursday, July 1st, 2021. We made it to the last month of semester 1. Congratulations, everyone. You've done a good job this semester. I know we are online the next few days, but that's okay. We have done this before. We will do this again. And best of all, we are going to do this together. Okay? So, a few things you'll need for this lesson. Of course, you'll need a pencil and eraser, but then you also need your classroom notebooks that you took home yesterday, the blue notebooks. Okay? And just turn to the next new page you have. And I'm going to title this Pre-Reading Activity. Okay? Pre-reading activity. And basically, I'm going to ask you to answer a question, okay? Or a few questions. The first question is, have you ever been really mad at your best friend? That's the first question. Have you ever really been mad at your best friend? Okay. Give yourself some space to answer. And I'm going to say, in the next question, what did they do? To make you so angry? Okay, so tell me what they did. And then for the third pre-reading question in this activity, I want you to tell me or answer this question. Did you forgive? Did you forgive them? Okay, so if your friend said, I'm sorry, you said, that's okay. Did you forgive them? Okay, so take a moment to answer those 3 questions. Once you have answered those questions, please take out the story that I've scanned, or you can just follow along, which is called The Surprise. Okay, that's the next story in our book. It's called The Surprise. And it's written and illustrated by James Marshall. Okay? Please listen to the story and please feel free to read along. Okay? I hope you enjoy this story. The Surprise. One late summer morning, George had a wicked idea. I shouldn't, he said. I really shouldn't. Uh-oh. What's in George's hand? What do you think he's going to do with that? Uh-oh. But he just couldn't help himself. Here comes the rain, he cried. Please tell me he doesn't do it. He doesn't do it. Oh no, he does it. Look at her face. Martha doesn't look happy. Egads! Screamed Martha. Martha was thoroughly drenched and as mad as a wet hen. That did it, she said. We are no longer on speaking terms. I was only horsing around, said George. But Martha was unmoved. Oh dear, George has really made Martha angry. Do you think that's nice what he did to her? George. Let's see what happens next. The next morning, Martha read a funny story. I can't wait to tell George, she said. Then she remembered that she and George were no longer on speaking terms. Around noon, Martha heard a joke on the radio. George will love this one, she said. But she and George weren't speaking. In the afternoon, Martha observed the first autumn leaf fall to the ground. Autumn is George's favorite season, she said. Another leaf came swirling down. That does it, said Martha. Oh, there's Martha sitting by herself, and she looks very lonely. Martha went straight to George's house. I forgive you, she said. George was delighted to be back on speaking terms. Good friends just can't stay cross for long, said George. You can say that again, said Martha. And together, they watched the autumn arrive. Oh, look at that. They're friends again, and they look so happy. But when summer rolled around again, Martha was ready and waiting. Uh-oh, what do you think Martha's going to do? Dun, dun, dun. The end. I hope you enjoyed the story, because now I want you to answer this question. And I'm going to call it the post-reading question. So you can skip a few lines and do it down here. Okay. Now I want you to tell me what you think. This is going to be question number 4. Did you like the story? And question 5. Do you have a friend like George or Martha? These are your 5 questions. Okay, please remember to answer all questions in complete sentences. I'll put that as a star up here. Answer all questions in complete sentences. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to move this out of the way. And I'm going to show you the workbook that I gave you in class yesterday. We're starting on page 77. And these are feeling words. Okay, these are the words that we just read in the story. Big vocabulary words. And all of these words are going to be bonus spelling words on your next test. Okay? Let's go through them together. Feeling words. Write each word from the box next to its meaning. Repeat after me. Cross. Cross. Observed. Observed. Thoroughly. Thoroughly. Unmoved. Unmoved. Wicked. Wicked. Now, we have the meanings here, so let's go through them together. Okay? Very mad. So you have heard Mr. Waterman use this word before. If you are very mad, you are cross. If you do not stop talking in class when Mr. Waterman is talking, he is going to be very cross with you. Okay? The next meaning, not changed in feelings. Not changed in feelings means you are unmoved. Okay? So, if Mr. Waterman says, please stop talking when I'm talking, and you smile and say, okay, Mr. Waterman is not going to be unmoved. He's not going to be happy. He's not going to be excited. He is just going to give you the same look. Number 3, saw. You do this in science class. You observed many things in science class. Observed. Completely. 100% completely. Thoroughly. George thoroughly wet Martha from head to toe with the water hose. And finally, very bad. Wicked. Someone who is wicked is pure evil. The evil stepmother in the story Cinderella was wicked. And Cinderella had 2 wicked stepsisters. Okay? Now that we have gone through the meanings, let's look at the next part. It says to use the words in sentences. You can use more than one word in each sentence. I'm going to change the numbering around because I want you to try to write a sentence for each word. Okay? So here's number 6. You can use that line. We're going to make this number 7. I'm going to make this one number 8. I'll make this one number 9. And I'll make this last one number 10. Okay? Use each of the words in a sentence. And I'll give you a hint. Listen to the example sentences Mr. Waterman used when he went through the meanings to help you to write your own sentence. Okay? Now, if you have any questions, you can send Mr. Waterman a message through Class Dojo. Okay? If you're not linked up with Class Dojo, please feel free to email Mr. Waterman at any time. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. Okay? So don't forget, you have the pre-reading activity questions, the 2 questions after, the workbook page, and, of course, you have the scanned copy of the story. When you're done with all of the work, I would like you to read the story out loud 2 times. Okay? Read it out loud 2 times. Read it by yourself, and then read mom or dad the story. Show them your excellent reading skills. Take care, stay safe and well, and see you very soon. Bye-bye for now.